Alright, welcome back everyone, Zaf here. I'm seeing a lot of bad information about this event. It's actually very important because you want to max it out. You do want to get this weapon right here, one of the best light weapons out there, and you don't want to needlessly spend your essence on doing encore missions, gates, or instance dungeons to get those socks. So let me cover every resource we have for getting this weapon and the efficient way to actually unlock it. Very important. I did all the calculations, as you can see here, based on how many keys we get, based on how many points we get, and based on how many weapons we can get. Very important. That way you know exactly what to expect. That way you don't go and hop into, let's say, an instance dungeon, encore mission, gate, and waste your essence, especially if you're free to play, just to get a few more socks. Not worth it. So let me cover with you exactly what you need to do to max out the event and get this very juicy weapon that was designed purely to boost our staff. So first off, as you can see from the sheet here, these are the keys we get. We get 22 keys from daily missions, so these missions right here. You hop into this tab here, boom, go in, and as you can see, we get 2 per day, except for the last day, where we do get 4 keys, very important. So that's 22 keys. Next up, we get 2 keys per day from completing both events that are available, so these events here. The Match of Cards event and the Take Care of the Tree event, make sure to do these every single day. You do get 1 key per event, so 2 total, and the event duration is how long? 13 days as indicated right here, so very important, do take note. That means we get 26 keys from this, and from the shop, as you saw earlier, we can purchase 55 keys. That is the limit for this event, so make sure you purchase these, but there is a trick to maximizing your points when it comes to using these keys. Pay attention, very important. But anyways, the grand total for our keys are 103, ignoring any random developer rewards when it comes to maybe extra check-ins, compensations, maintenance, etc. This is how many keys we get from events that are in-game and accessible. And then this is the boss mode point structure, so you do have to run every single stage here before you go to the max stage. And to clarify how the bonus points work, basically, you only need 1 of each hunter on your team and 1 weapon to maximize, and that's the trick. You must, and I mean must, have the weapon before you start doing anything. So, 2 options: either wait for the day login event, which is found right over here. You can see the check-in event, boom, on the 7th day, we do get the weapon for free, or go in the shop right now and just buy one copy. You can buy multiple, but it doesn't really matter. You can do either or. But do save your keys, don't use them until you get the weapon, and if you want to summon for Akari, do summon for her too. The level 100 might be a bit higher than we're used to normally. This is actually kind of a tough event at the last stage, but as you can see, even I didn't go all the way there. I do want to get a weapon first. It's very important you do that because you'll see in a second, the +7 points is actually very needed because we come down to wire to get 1 more event weapon. Because we jump in here, every 3,500 points, you do get 1 more weapon after you get it 1 time, so you can get this weapon multiple times, and this weapon is good. Not even good, it's actually kind of amazing. Now I'll cover why. But going back to the sheet, you can see from the 7 keys we use to max out the event, it'll be 1,048 points, and then for the max stage, it's 166 points per stage with 96 keys left because we use 7 for the earlier event stages. So that means from the 96 here at 166, we get 15,936 points, and then we have to add in these points here, 1048, giving us 16,984 points, meaning at a cost of 3,500 points per weapon, we can get 4.85 weapons, meaning it's so... How many times did I say meaning? Meaning, it's so important to maximize on this event. I think with the Devs Edition, of a few more keys trickling in, we can get 1 more weapon if you maximize. So please listen. This is why I make these videos, so you maximize on your rewards. And now the next question is, how many socks do I need to actually get these staffs in the shop as well? So if we jump back and go to the collection event, you can see the weapon costs 80 socks total, 40 per. So will you have enough socks to max it out, or will you need to purchase keys from the shop? If you're free to play, that can be detrimental to your account, so let me cover that as well, just so you understand. Again, it's very important to know numbers. As you can see here, we get 5 of each socks from the event. So if we jump into the events here, match of cards, you can see 5 red socks in this event here. The tree event, we get 5 socks as well, so every single day, you do get 5 from that. And then the story mode, the event story, if you jump in here, you can see we get 10 of each as well. So from the store you get 10, and then from the event you get 65 in total, giving us 75 of each sock, so do keep note of that. And then we have gates, we have encore missions, and instance dungeons. So if I hop in here, I'll show you how many you can expect. So if we hop into game modes, let's go to encore missions. Let me clear one of these out to instance. This one's super easy, so let me just quickly clear this one out for you, and I'll show you how many I get, for example, when I do 10. And just for fun effect, watch how fast this staff nukes the boss. Watch this. Charged up fully, 77%, and dead. Yeah, this is proof to a strong level 20. It's pretty funny how much it nukes. Just wanted to show that off. It's a very strong weapon. That's why the brand new light weapon is so important. But you saw there, from 10 keys, which you basically get every single day if you buy from the shop, that being from the exchange shop for free basically, from doing your gates and whatnot, you can expect basically, let's say on average, 10, so 5 of each. So that now brings our total to 140 socks of each variety, so red and green, 75 from the event modes, and then 65 from doing your instance encore dungeons, but that leaves gates as well. Again, this number is an average though. You might not get what I got every single time, so 5 per 10 keys. It is random. You could get more, you could get less, but based on my last 40 or so keys, that's what I got. And let's do gates next. I always buy gate keys because I'm pay to win. It does help out with the Shadow Army. So let's go to this gate here. Just sweep it really quick. We get 1 sock. So let's see, is it a 1 sock average per mode? Let's refresh here. Here's an S rank gate. Let's sweep that. And we get another sock. So it looks like potentially it's 1 sock per gate that we do. Sweep again just to be sure. Boom, boom, boom. And do we get, yep, we got a universal sock per se. And let's just do 1 more for safe measure. Unless my luck is really good, and I mean like really, really good, we should get 1 per gate. And yeah, as you can see there, 1 per gate. So we get 10 gate keys every single day and 13 days for the event. So that means we have 130 socks. Divide that by 2. That's 65 socks each if I'm correct, which I should be. So 65 each sock. That means this is our total for each sock we get from this event. So 205. Now if we go back, let's see. How many socks do we potentially need? If I go to the event, which I can never find, there we go. The event, let's go to it. I don't know why it didn't spawn us an instantly collection event. So for this, we need 3. So 120 of each sock. And then for this, we need 55. So that's 175 total, meaning we can actually max out this event without buying a single key from either of the shops. That being for instance dungeons, gate missions, or any encore missions. So please do the math, see how many you get. This is based on my averages though. This number here, where I did get 5 of each from my instance dungeon run, where I did run 10. But again, we do have a pretty big buffer. We have a 30 buffer, but we obviously do need these right here when it comes to the mana power extracts and also the weapon designs. But when it comes to the weapon alone, you can max out the event fully based on the free rewards we get every single day. So do keep note of that. The devs also do provide us a ton of freebies in our mailbox when it comes to free keys, etc. So it's up to you what you want to do. You can buy, 1 or 2 keys here or there if you're really worried, but you might need to if you want to max out the event fully. But one thing I do recommend is just waiting a few more days. Then you can decide for yourselves what you want to do and what we should do, whether or not we should buy keys, because they're not necessarily cheap. You do get 2 keys here. But if you actually want to go in and spend essence for keys, if you're short, the best way to do it is buying gate keys. Yes, that's right. Every single day if you want, depending on your calculations, based on what I've shown you. And hold on, this changed everything. We just got 2 from 1 drop. Wow. So we can actually get more. That does change things just a little bit. I thought it was only 1 per. Let me confirm again. Let's do another one. We got 1. Yeah, so it's 1 guaranteed per. But when it comes to instance dungeons, again, if we look at the cost, for 3 gate keys, it does cost 150, but for 2 encore and instance dungeon keys, it costs 150 as well. So technically, if you don't want artifacts and you only want the event materials, gates are better because instance dungeons and encore missions drop a variable amount of the socks. It's so weird to say, but yes, it's a random amount. Let me show you again. So let me hop in. I'll get some keys for you and I'll show you. So I'm going to use 6 keys just to see how many we get. So let's hop back in. I'm going to use our staff and just smack the boss around. So fun to do. This staff is OP, let me tell you. That's why I do want this weapon so bad. But let me charge it up. I'll try one-shotting again because it's just so fun to do. Alright, let's see. Do I one-shot the boss here? Would be funny if I do. And boom. Yeah, one shot again. So fun. So fun using the staff. But anyways, let's see how many we get. From 6 keys, is it 1 per again? Let's check here. And we got, yeah, around 2, 4, and 1, so even more. So again, the drop rates are pretty good. Let me know what your experience is. For me, it's been 1 per as well, so it would be technically better to go for the gate keys. It is better value on your return for how many socks you get, but it does seem to be around 1 sock per key. So that's pretty good on. So you should be good by not spending anything, but maybe in the last few days, if you miss some keys or rewards, you might buy, 1, 2, 3 sets of gate keys, but more than that, I don't see you needing. Again, all the calculations are here for your reference, just so you know. So 205 total, assuming we get 1 sock per key of each sock, and we need 175 each to max out the weapon, so we should be good to go in that regard. But we do want a little bit more just to remap our extracts, and also the weapon designs, very important. Those are good too, so that's where you might want to purchase some keys, maybe later on, see what type of rewards we get. Maybe we do get sent some socks, we'll see, but overall, that's your calculation. That's what you need to do to get the weapon maxed out. It is a very important weapon because let me actually jump in and show you now what the weapon is all about. It's one of the funniest weapons because of the stats here. Let me show you. I don't have it actually. Let me go to my codex. And I should mention for the weapon itself, you get 3 from the shop. You get 4.85 from the boss mode event. So that's 7 copies total, plus 1 we might get. So potentially 8 copies if the devs do give us more keys. And then 1 from the day login, so 9 total. But hopefully the devs do give us a few more keys. If not, we don't have to buy any, and I mean any, of those skeleton keys to max out the event, the 0.85 weapon. Because at that point, the keys wouldn't be as necessary, so you can save them and not have to spend any essence on the event, just so you know. But here's the gold-tailed fox. The funny thing about this weapon is, if you look at the percentages, 12.25, so December 2025, and then boom, this right here as well. If I can find a boom, 20.24, so 2024. But this weapon is no joke because it does fix one issue we have with this weapon right here. The staff, if it loads up the Wukong staff, it's missing a lot of built-in crit. I mean, it's missing crit in general. And critting for this weapon is so important because it nukes when it does crit. So we do need some sort of weapon to provide us a lot of crit. And if we look here, boom, already, it increases our crit hit damage. But if we go down even more, if I can find it, that's why it's so important to max out. Right over here, increases the critical hit rate and crit damage of user's light basic skill by 20.24%, stacking up to 1 time. So you can use this really quick and then swap into your staff and boom, use a skill and deal tons and tons of damage. Because the effect isn't permanent, you want to swap in and out. When a user uses a light basic skill, it removes this effect, so it is basically built for the weapon, swap in, swap out, and you gain a shield too, which is pretty good. The shield lets us not get interrupted when we cast a skill, which does help out a lot. So basically, this weapon here was built for our staff, making it more viable than it is right now. So overall, that's why I made this video, because you have to max that out. This staff is very important. It is one free weapon that actually makes sense when it comes to our combat. It is not a joke at all. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop your like, make sure to subscribe. That way, I know you want more content like this. And don't forget to support us for free on Netmarbles Creator Program. The link is down below. You get free codes from doing it. So go to that link, don't miss out. That way we can send you a bunch of free codes, ranging from essence stones, map power extracts, lucky skill runes, and more essence. You do not want to miss out. These codes expire very soon, so support, don't think, and you will get all these codes sent to you after about a day. But on that note, this is your Code King Zaf, signing out.